Max, is it just me or has resilient keys in retail destroyed the game? Like, I'm Resi 14, but I can't get invited to any 15s because all the key holders are 15 Resi with close to 16 Resi. So I'm definitely a resilient keys have done more harm or done more good than harm. But that is something that does make sense. Like, if you're looking at a thriving, like, key scene where people are doing, like, you know, 14s, 15s, people were doing more 14s in the group finder because they had to push up their key because they depleted a 15. But that's just simply happening a lot less because a certain amount of people have resilient keystones. So those people never go back to 14s. So every time you have someone hit that resilient mark, there's never any reason for them to, like, ever be doing keys below that in the group finder. So it just removes people from the pool that could potentially be queuing there. And before, the system made it so those people would just have to eventually do that just to push up a key. So it makes sense why that would be the case, what you just said. But also, I think as an actual player, talk about Blizzard in quotes, respecting your time. I think resilient keystones are great because, like, what do you mean I have a 16 timed of all keys and I depleted one of them and I have to do a 15 again? I feel like you not actually depleting key makes total sense. Now, it's crazy for sales. What I've heard's happening is in the group finder, there'll be resilient key people that are, like, literally charging gold to people to run their key, which is, I guess, should have been expected, but that's fucking crazy. What is it? List your own plus 15 and accept people. It is score. No problem with that. But what they're saying is, I have my own key listed, but over the course of a season where less and less people are going to be playing, now there's even less and less people signing up for my key because resilient keystones exist at all, which is true. Like, especially not at the highest level of keystones, in the middle area, like what used to be in between a 20 and a 25, those people, before they changed the keys, that is going to be a less populated region because that region of keys used to include people that were kind of fucking around and just wanted to play the game, people who were pushing score but not quite up there yet, and people who were pushing up keys that were doing higher keys going down to do those keys. And those people have been removed from that pool, so there are simply just less people there than there were in other seasons. So for his specific thing, I can see that making the game worse for them because for some people, taking a lot longer to fill your group means you're not filling it at all. You're, like, quitting before you go, kind of thing. The biggest issue with Mythic Plus by far, which is kind of ironic because the reason Mythic Plus is really popular is it's WoW PvE is just insanely fun to do. And it basically just allows you to kind of do it whenever you want. Like, that's why Mythic Plus has always been really popular is, hey, I can just play the game in a fun way and at any time of day. I don't have to adhere to anyone's raid schedule, that kind of thing. But ironically, Mythic Plus's biggest issue is still time. Why do people care about balance? Like, raid balance has been, like, pretty good for a really long time. Like, there's some niche arguments and stuff, but when you're hearing people complaining about balance, they're not raiders. They're Mythic Plusers, and it totally makes sense. Because if their class is not meta, is not considered meta, is good but isn't known to be good, they simply spend 40 minutes looking for keys versus another person who gets in instantly, you know? I don't know how they'll ever solve it, you know, but it's very interesting.